Nicki talked about delaying decoding. I will go so far as to say I don't think it's appropriate to teach decoding in second grade. Nicki talked a little bit about what is needed. So the first thing is sound to print. You've heard a lot about that. Second graders often just don't have the oral sound to print that they need. The second is an ability to distinguish symbols. So many of you may know this. This is a watch. It's a watch, it's a watch, it's a watch. But letters don't work like that. B, D, P, and Q, threes and E's, are things that kids confuse through the middle of fourth grade, typical learners. And let's know that everything is even more challenging for those students that have visual and processing challenges. They must have an ability to distinguish symbols. B, D, P, and Q are nothing compared to the Hebrew alphabet that is really written with the same basic shapes. So asking kids to do something that is developmentally inappropriate, that is developmentally, it's not developmentally correct, I feel is inappropriate. So I think at the minimum,
Can you speak a little louder?
yes, I think at the minimum fourth grade. It's just not kind to our kids. Also motivation. So I always had third graders that loved to learn Hebrew. What I didn't have was fifth graders that love it. And in fact, since I've delayed decoding, what I have noticed in my school is my behavior challenges have evaporated. That all of my behavior challenges, looking back, were kids who were bored, kids who didn't understand, kids who had all sorts of other challenges, which we know, but these were good, these were the good kids that were acting out. And we really, it wasn't until we gathered in Cleveland that I realized my behavior has radically changed in my program because kids were just simply unmotivated. They were totally motivated in third grade and it evaporated. So why don't I teach these second graders how to decode? Well, 3 of these kids in the picture have special needs and they would be miserable. 4 students are new and have no ear for Hebrew. 2 of them they can't come very often. One is a divorced family and one is a family that plays hockey. Hockey's my favorite. 3 are super smart and they will be ready in 4 weeks to go on to prayers. I don't know how many still confuse B, D, P, and Q. I don't know how many won't be motivated. And all of them will forget over 40% over the summer. And we test our kids every year, so we were really tracking it. And not even in this, it was bad for my teachers. My third grade teachers would constantly be like, why didn't the second graders teachers teach them how to decode? And I'm like, Chevre, you really think she didn't teach them? They really were doubting each other's skills. When people say, why don't we teach our kids decoding? I really talk about, it's not fair to these kids. It's not appropriate. And don't you want what's best for your kids? Why would you have them do something that you know is not really right for them? Why would you want that? And I think you have to go back to framing it in that story of what are our goals for Hebrew? Ours are competence and confidence. Decoding is a tool. Transliteration is a tool. Tefillah is a tool. But it's not the only tool, and for us, it is not the end game. And for me, it was freeing. When I first heard Nachama talk about this, and she said, if you remove 3 years of your program, what would you do? And these are some of the things we've done. It was just amazing to have this luxury of time. So, similar to Nicki, we have spent a lot of time testing our kids. We use a Berman House test. It's 75 questions. Some of you are shaking your heads, so you may know it. It's a tough test. Questions 73, 74, and 75, half of us, I think, would get wrong. So these are the ways that my kids tested. So their Hebrew didn't go down at all. It actually went up. We also, I don't have it in the chart, but we have prayer goals each year for 4th, 5th, and 6th grade. So over the years, the prayer goals that my current 11th graders were able to achieve, they achieved 5 less prayer goals total than my 7th graders. So they had better decoding skills, they had better recitation skills, they had better behavior, and they learned more content. Why wouldn't you delay decoding?